Have you ever been in a meeting where one person always seems to have the perfect response? They don't talk the most, they don't shout, but when they speak, everyone listens. You might think they're just naturally confident, or that they spend thousands of dollars in communication coaching. Over the years, working as a special agent, I learned something very different. Confident communicators aren't just better speakers, they're better listeners. My name is Eduardo, and today I'm going to teach you one listening shift that turned me from a quiet professional into someone people rely on in high pressure conversations and meetings. And you can start using it today. Let's get into it. If you're a quiet professional, you already know this. In meetings, the loudest voice often gets the attention, but not always the trust. The people who earn trust are the ones who ask the right questions, catch what others miss, and respond with calm, precise comments. This isn't magic, it's a specific way of listening. Before we talk about what to say in meetings, we have to fix where your attention is. Think of the last meeting where someone derailed the conversation by answering the wrong question. Most of the time, it didn't happen because they were unprepared. It happened because they were only half listening while rehearsing their response. I watched talented people miss promotions, damage trust, or look reactive simply because they weren't tuned into the room. Because if you get this wrong, every communication framework on top of it is going to collapse. And I call this foundation the attentional priority shift. Most people spend meetings trapped in their own heads. What am I going to say next? Do I sound smart? Did that come out wrong? Their attention is anchored on themselves. Attentional priority shift is the ability to move your mental focus away from the internal chatter and place it into the other person's signals in real time. Not just their words, but their tone, their body language, and their timing. When you do this, something powerful happens. You stop listening just to reply, and you start listening to capture meaning. And that's what confidence leaders are really doing when it looks like they always know what to say next. They collected higher quality information than anybody else in the room, and they do it by tracking 4 channels. In every important meeting, I'm running the same mental checklist. I'm paying attention through 4 channels: verbal content, tone, body language, and micro timing. Let's walk through each one with a work example. The verbal content, what they say. This is the obvious layer, the facts, opinions, and specific words somebody chooses. In a project meeting, there's a difference between "this might be a problem" and "this will be a problem." Tactical listening means you don't blur those together. You notice the exact wording because it reveals their level of certainty. Tone, how they say it. Tone is speed, volume, and emotional color in their voice. 2 people can say, "Yeah, looks good." One sounds relaxed, steady, almost bored, and the other sounds tight, rushed, and slightly higher pitch. Same words, completely different message. Pace changes under stress. As a special agent, I learned to trust tone and speed at least as much as words. In meetings, when tone and words don't match, I treat it as a data point. Body language, what their body signals. This is posture, gestures, facial expressions, eye contact. Are they leaning in or pulling back? Are their shoulders relaxed or locked? Do they face towards the conversation or angle slightly away? Do they have asymmetrical expressions where one side of their face reacts unevenly? In one-on-one, someone might say, "No, it's fine. I'm good with the decision." While their arms cross, their foot starts bouncing and they avoid eye contact. Again, words say fine. Body says, "I'm not fine." Micro timing, when they say it. This is the layer most people completely miss. Micro timing is a pause before an answer, the delay before agreeing, the hesitation before committing. In an update meeting, you ask, "Are we on track for Friday?" They look down, pause, then say, yeah, we should be." That pause and the phrase "should be" are your early warning system. Tactical listening catches that before it becomes a crisis. Let me put all 4 together in one quick scenario. Imagine you're presenting a plan to your manager. You finish and they say, "Yeah, looks good." Verbal content, looks good. Sounds like approval, but you notice their tone drops slightly on good. There's a half a second pause before they speak. Their eyes break from the screen right after they say it. Most people hear, "We're done here," but tactical listeners hear, "I'm not fully convinced, but I don't want to dig into it right now." See, most people respond by closing the meeting or repeating their points. Tactical listeners slow down. They open space for real concerns to surface. If your attention is stuck on "what should I say next?" you'll miss all of that. If you're shifted your attention to these 4 channels, you can respond with something like, "I'm picking up a little hesitation. What part of this do you feel least confidence about right now?" And that's how you go from being a quiet and overlooked to calm, precise, and trusted professional. Let's make this practical. Here's a 10-minute drill to start building this observational reflex. Set a 10-minute timer. Pull up a recording of a meeting, a talk, or even an interview on YouTube. Every 20 seconds, say out loud one signal you notice in any of the 4 channels. For example, verbal, he said might instead of will. Tone, her voice sped up right here. Body, he leaned back and crossed his arms. Timing, she paused before answering that question. You're not judging, you're just labeling because it trains the brain to separate observation from interpretation. Do this a few times and your brain starts to do it automatically in real conversations. And that's how you turn attentional priority shift into a skill, not just an idea. If this clicked with you, here's your next move. In your very next meeting, don't focus on saying more, focus on seeing more. Pick just one channel, tone, body language, timing, and track it for the entire meeting. Then, after that meeting, write down what you noticed and how it changed your read in the room. If you want more tactical listening skills you can use in real conversations with your boss, your team, your clients, hit subscribe. This video is part of a bigger series I'm building on tactical listening in meetings, where we'll go deeper into specific situations, when people disagree, when the room goes quiet, and when nobody tells you what they really think. Listen better, lead better. I'm Eduardo and this is the Invisible Script. I'll see you in the next one.